What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another fantastic episode of eBuzz on VOS TV. My name is Soge, and you know how I do. This is the show where I get to thrill you with all the exciting information that you need to know in the world of entertainment. Before I introduce you to my guest, allow me to go on this very short break. When I come back, you get to meet my guest. Do not move a muscle.
You that give me energy. You that give me energy. You can catch me outside, catch a whole vibe, hop on my ride. Oh, hello guys, this is Nessa, and you are watching eBuzz on VOS TV.
Welcome right back to the show. It's still eBuzz on VOS TV. My name is Soge. Right now, let's dive right into it. You know how they say your name is your identity, and in whatever you do, your name is what is going to take you far. Yes, our topic for today is building a brand, the importance of building a brand. And to do justice to that topic, I have a superstar in the building, one of Benin City's finest DJs. And when I say finest, I'm not just talking about physical looks, because he has it, trust me. I'm also talking about knowing his craft. He's a DJ, he's a fashionista, and he's good looking, and he's sitting right here, right now. I present to you DJ Loyce. How you doing? I'm hyping you now. Come on.
You should call you money.
Really?
Don't just be happy.
I'm not even sure I can pay you.
People, what's good? I go by the name DJ Loyce, and it's fun to be here. I feel good to be here with Soge.
You see, that's how we roll right here on this program. So before we start talking about everything that has to do with building a brand, I think even a colleague of mine could attest to the fact that you do not joke with your pictures. Like you literally teach people how to snap you pictures. Yeah. Why? What's that about?
Well, the thing is, sometimes how you present yourself out there, it's how they treat you, how they see you.
Yes,
right?
Sure.
I don't want to put up something that is not good on my social media platforms. Okay. I don't want to put up something that is not classic, clean, and fine on my social media platforms.
Okay.
But I want the audience, I think would help my craft, would help what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see why I said he's the perfect person to be talking about this topic with today. So in case you did not catch it from the beginning, the topic we are discussing today is the importance of building a brand name or a brand image. So I have DJ Loyce here, and my first question is, why is it so important to have a good brand name or a good brand image? You know, nowadays, unlike before, you just hear people say they are setting up businesses. They just set up business. Yes, the business is going to have a business name, but it's not really the way people like treat their brand names or brand images nowadays. I think that is all thanks to social media. With the advent of social media, a lot of things have changed. So just tell us what you think makes it very, very important for somebody to have a very strong or solid brand name or brand image.
All right, I think the number one thing is your brand is your trust.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Why I say trust is people trust you with your brand. Your brand is your power.
Okay.
If you have a good brand, it will attract more audience, and it will make your audience know that this guy is doing this thing, and that is what you represent. Your brand is what you represent.
Of course.
Your brand is what you represent. So branding is very, very important in everything you're doing, especially this entertainment business. And there are a lot of persons that want to associate with you. But the first person you ask is that what have you done? What have you done for yourself? What's your brand? You know what I mean?
Yes.
What have you done for yourself? What's your brand? Then your brand even generate more revenue to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I might be doing this thing and you're doing this thing, but because I have a brand, I get paid more for it because my brand is already speaking for me.
So basically, your brand is what differentiates you from any other business out there. So
your brand differentiates you from any other person. I might be doing this DJ thing and I'm doing this DJ thing. My brand differentiates me from you. My brand is my brand. Your brand is your brand. And you have to make your brand look unique.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about you, about yourself. How did you get into this craft? How did you become a DJ?
Alright, I think I grew up in a neighborhood where almost everybody around me was a DJ. I have DJs in my neighborhood, and I grew up loving it. I grew up loving it, paying interest to it, so that's how I became a DJ.
Okay.
And I've always been a lover of music.
Oh, right.
And so having DJs around me, I'm like, man, I think I should learn this stuff because I get happy. I get this energy whenever I'm doing it, whenever I'm around DJs, whenever I'm, in fact, to the point that I had to use all my money to buy data to watch videos on YouTube. Any money I make, I go to YouTube, buy data, watch videos of DJs do their thing. So that's how I became the DJ.
Okay.
For like 9 years now.
Oh wow, that's no joke. 9 years. That's not a little journey. So how have you been able to sustain, your craft? Like being, how it is whenever when you have a career, how some people tend to struggle with it. So, how have you been able to just own your space and still be true to your craft so far for the period of 9 years that you've been DJing for?
I try to make myself better with every day. I don't just, for example, I won't just have events tomorrow. I won't get prepared. I won't prepare. If I have an event tomorrow, I might spend all of this week rehearsing, working on my playlist, trying to make my playlist better, I don't want to go to event and start looking for songs to play. I want to go to event and I'm like, oh, I've already prepared these 200 songs for this event. This is what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to make sure when I get to my gigs, I represent the brand I am, the brand I've built for myself. I want to go out there and present it. I try to make myself better by looking up to some top DJs. I know they are doing well. They are doing well for themselves. They present their brand. I mean, I go through their pages. I see what they are doing for themselves. I go to my page and I'm like, oh, this DJ did something like this today. Okay, I think I should work on this. I think I should work on this. I think I should work on this song. I think the way I'm dropping this song, it's not the right way. I think the way I'm playing this song is not the right way. But guess what? I might be a DJ right now and you're a DJ. I might have the same playlist and you have the same playlist. But what makes us with brand is how I drop my own song, how I play it, when I choose to play it, how I choose to play it. So that's how I've been able to make myself better. And I keep learning every day.
Of course.
I make myself time for rehearsals. I have times I do rehearsals. I have times I work on my playlist. I have times I could just download 1,000 songs and spend all of 2 days listening to that 1,000 songs. Listen to every bit of it to make sure, oh, this song is like this song is like this. I think it would be nice for this event. And I also try to make sure I have songs for every event. You understand?
Yes.
There are songs I'm like, oh, this song will be very, very nice for marriages. This song will be very, very nice for birthday party. This song will be very, very nice for radio. I have songs for afternoon when the song is very, very hot. I have songs I want to play. When it's morning, I have songs I want to play. When it's evening, I have songs I want to play.
Yes.
You get?
Yeah,
That's
of course.
How I try to make myself a better DJ.
Okay. So one thing that that has been, I think you've been repeating since we started having this conversation, is social media. Yeah. I think every statement you've made reference to your social media page, checking out other people's social media page. So how powerful do you think is social media when it comes to promoting your brand image, or in terms of building brand image, for example? How can you use social media as a tool to?
Let me tell you something. For every business, social media is the one key.
Yes.
You know why? Like, I think for the whole of this year, any clients, in fact from last week, any client I have that wants to do my event, they'll be like, what's your social media platform? What's your Instagram?
Yes.
They want to check out what you're putting out there. They want to see your previous jobs. Do you understand? And social media does not give you audience from people you know. They give you audience from people you don't even know. And there are some brands that, what they do, there are some persons you don't know right now. But every day they go to your social media platform to check out what you're putting out. Yes. They won't come to your office first to check out what you're doing. They'll be like, this person is. There are some jobs I've gotten. In fact, if I've DJed 1,000 events, I'm sure 900 came from my social media platforms. Or 150 came from my social media platforms.
Oh wow.
They just go there, check out what you're doing, and social media don't give you audience with the people you know. So they don't just put your stuff for the people you know alone. I might not be following you right now on your Instagram or your Twitter, Facebook, and the rest of them. I might not be following you. But guess what? There are people that just go to your pages every day to check out what you're doing.
True. That's true.
They check out. So that's why you have to make a social media platform look unique.
Okay. So what are some of the steps that has worked for you in trying to make your social media as a tool? Because I know a lot of people, myself, I'm guilty of that. I would say I'm not a social media fanatic. So I'm hardly ever there. If I take 50,000 pictures, I'm telling you that it's only one I'm going to post. And it's going to take me like 100 years for me to even post that. So what are some steps that have worked for you in using social media as a tool to build your brand image?
I show off my job.
Okay.
I make sure I show off what I'm doing, and I make sure I show it in the right way. I make sure I show it in a classic way. Like I was telling my guy that he'll take me pictures. If I go back home and those pictures don't look nice to me, I won't put it out on my social media platforms.
Oh wow.
Because I watch this on my social media platforms. I watch the pictures, the videos I put out there.
Okay.
Guess what? Instagram is one place that people are crazy. They could just go on a social media platform because you might put up something very, very nice on a social media platform. But one thing you put out that does not really look nice, you might just lose all their followers immediately.
Wow.
Yeah, at times I'll just go on my Instagram and I'm like, and still, if you don't get active on social media platform, you lose your fans. That's true. You might have 100,000 followers right now, and you're not showing what you're doing. You're not being active. Before you know it, your followers start reducing. They will just go there and just click the phone.
You're boring. Nothing's happening here.
So and one way, like I just said, one way to make your brand known, to make your business unique, to show out what you're doing, make sure you're consistent when you're doing your job. You have to be consistent. Consistency plays a very major role in whatever thing you're doing. You have to be consistent. You have to maintain the same quality you have. Don't reduce the quality you have. Make sure you improve on your quality.
So in case you're wondering, we're still talking about brand building, the importance of having a solid brand image. And of course, I have DJ Loyce in the studio with me today. We are going to go on another quick break. When I do come back, I'm going to ask DJ Loyce some questions, and then we get to play some fun games. Do not go anywhere.
Benin City, what's up? Benin City, what's up? It's Flo Key. And right now you're watching eBuzz on VOS TV. Keep it locked. Ciao.
Welcome back. You're still watching eBuzz on VOS TV. I still got on my hot seat DJ Loyce, and we're talking about the importance of building a solid brand name or brand image. So DJ Loyce is still giving us some steps that has worked for him so far in terms of using social media to promote yourself and promote a solid image. So where did we leave off?
You also have to relate with your friends. You have to know what they like too.
Okay.
You have to know what your friends like and make sure you relate with them. Make sure you try to know what they pay interest on more. And I mean, there's just these interactions with your friends. Of course. Interactions. Reply DMs too. You have to reply DMs. Not all DMs, but make sure you reply DMs. Even if they're not very, very important, but make sure you just reply DMs. Yeah, because most times, some persons want to come to your DM and just still greet you, but don't feel like they are greeting you because you're this person.
Let's talk a bit about relating with your fans. As human beings, we tend to be very, very opinionated. So sometimes you are saying my brand, let's say my name is Sogie, that's my brand name, and I'm on social media, I'm on Instagram, and because I want to seem like, okay, I'm interacting with my fans, I still want to pay attention to what exactly it is that they want me to be doing, the kind of content that they want me to be dishing out. Don't you think that sometimes it might make you deviate from your initial or your actual purpose? Because a lot of people might have ideas of what they think you should be doing or the kind of contents that they think you should be putting out. So they want to dish out all that opinion. Of course, you cannot satisfy everybody. So how do you deal with situations like that?
Yeah, listening to them doesn't really mean you should just do everything they say. Sometimes there are times they may be like, Loyce, after give us old school Naija mix or give us old school mix, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm working on old school Naija mix right now, but don't worry, I'll give you old school foreign mix. I won't just see that DM and ignore it, and I won't just see that DM and leave the old school Naija mix I want to do. I have doing and do something else. I will not, but I will let you know that I'll still do this thing for you.
Okay.
I'll still do it. I have everything in plan.
Okay.
Not like ignoring everybody or deviating from my own plan to do your own plan.
Yes.
I would just listen to your friends sometimes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, now, so it's been an interesting conversation right here with DJ Loyce. Right now, we are going to play some fun games, and the name of this game is Just for Laughs. So I'll just ask you, it's a matter of your opinion. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just what you think. And the first question I'm going to ask, I think I've asked this question about twice, and I'm still going to ask it again. Yeah, bite me. So I'm going to ask it again because it's a really, really funny and tricky question. So the question is, how do you respond to an I love you message, whether it's a text or somebody's chatting you up or somebody's telling you face to face that they love you and you know you don't love the person? So how do you respond? I know, right?
I mean, sometimes I just laugh and I just smile.
You just smile and leave it like that and pretend like you did not hear.
Or I just smile. Like I can't just say I love you and I don't love you then.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
I love you. Oh wow.
Oh wow. That's cold. That's cold. So the next question is, what's the worst advice you've ever gotten from anybody? Like you were in such a desperate situation and you needed somebody to really talk to, and then you talked to this person and the person gave you this advice, and because you didn't know better at that time, you took the advice and it landed you into maybe like sort of a tricky situation.
Alright, one thing about me, one thing that has always been working for me, and I think one thing that has kept me to where I am right now is I always believe that nobody owes me anything.
Okay.
Nobody owes me anything. If you don't give it to me, it's because I don't deserve it.
Okay.
Or it's because you don't. I mean, for instance, if I'm asking for 100 naira and I know you have 100 naira and you don't give it to me, I know you have it. I won't blame you. I won't be like that girl's a wicked girl. It's because I mean, it's your thing. It's your own. It's your choice to give it to me or not. So it has always worked for me.
Okay.
And I've always believed that nobody owes me anything. Nobody owes me anything. Whatever thing that happens, it happened because it has to happen.
Okay.
I hardly seek for people for advice.
No. Wow.
I'm not trying to be like
I get you. I get you. Yeah.
It's because I know I won't take the wrong decisions.
Okay.
And even if I'm taking the wrong decisions, I advance myself very quick.
Okay.
I'll be like, for instance, I might have a couple of friends, and you're telling me to leave those friends because they are not good for me. I might not listen to you, but I'll definitely know that someday, and even before it gets to a bad point, someday I'll tell myself, those friends, I'm not meeting them anymore.
Yes, of course.
I might be needing something right now, and I'm like, please give me this stuff, and you'll be like, you don't have it. I'll ignore it. I won't beef you. I won't be like you're a wicked person or you're too mean to me. I'll be like, that's why I have to work for it for my own self. That's why I have to work for it and get it myself. So that just I have always believed in my life.
Okay. So basically, nobody has given you any terrible advice that has gotten you into a terrible situation. Basically.
The advice that someone has given to me that has gotten the bad situation is, if whenever you need me, call me. That advice is the worst advice.
Okay, whenever you need me, call me.
Because if you call it, they will not respond to it.
No, right.
And that particular advice has led so many people astray.
Yes.
They'll be like, hey, that my uncle said whenever I need me, I'll call him. So let me relax. Let me give him some time. So that when I need me, I'll call him. When you call him, you'll be like, I mean, he's not valuable.
Yes.
That advice, don't listen to advice for anybody. Most advice anybody if you give you that, bro.
Alright, no wala. So now.
When you need me, call me.
Yeah. Okay. Please don't listen to that advice.
That advice. Very bad.
Okay, so now I'm going to flip the script. What's the worst advice you have ever given to somebody? And in your own defense, at that time, you didn't think it was such a terrible advice. I mean, somebody comes to you for help, at that point, it's all you could offer. So you're like, okay, this is what I think you should do. And at the end of the day, it's landed the person in a terrible situation. What advice, bad advice have you given to somebody?
Have I given anybody such advice? Such advice? I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I do all those advices because I don't want you to be like, for instance, there are times artists would do a song and they'll be like, Loyce, how far? I just did a song. Please listen to it and see if it's nice.
Yes.
See if that song is whack or good. What I tell you is that the song is fine.
Okay.
Now your song is whack, but I'm telling you it's bad. I know it's a bad advice. But I don't want to blow tomorrow.
You not say,
Loyce
did not believe in me.
That's what Nigerian celebrities do. That's what they do.
Yes.
Like, get one time they won't supposed to blow that time. They meet Loyce content and say they know they get anywhere for this life and leave music. So because of that, if you bring a song to me, if you give it to me, I might not add it on my playlist. I won't add it if it's not good. I won't add it on my playlist. But I won't tell you that your song is whack. I know it's a bad advice.
Yes.
But I won't tell you. I won't tell it to you because you won't. I mean, before you as an artist, before you walk into a studio to record a song, you should know if the song is nice. You should know.
Yes, of
if
course.
I'm recording a mixtape right now, if I play till 30 minutes, I know I would know if this mixtape I'm recording if it's actually nice. If it's not nice, I would call it up and start up again.
So we are watching this right now and you know there's something in your heart telling you that this song is not so fire, and you're asking Loyce, so like, how's my song, and he's telling you it's fine. You know what he's talking about.
I'll just tell you your song is good. I won't tell you it's bad.
Okay. Alright. Personally, I pride myself.
Because sometimes when you tell them it's bad,
yes,
most people there are people you tell this song is bad, they'll be like, yeah, this guy like this advice. While there are some persons you
they'll not take it well.
You take it and you kill them emotionally, you damage their dream, you'll be like, I don't think I can do this anymore. They will just
give up completely.
I don't want to give up.
Well, me, I like to pride myself in knowing that I tend to give advices a lot. So even when you're not asking me for my advice, I'll still give it to you. But I know that I've given a couple of bad advice also. But if you want to hear it, hit me up on social media. This is how we're wrapping up today's conversation.
You should advise me wrongly.
Yeah, well, I'm only human, so you come to me for help. First of all, I'm very empathetic, so I feel the need to help everybody. So even when I know that I do not have the means or the resources to help you, I still feel very bad. Like, it drains me so much. Like, oh my God, this person is coming to me for help and I cannot help. So I feel the need to, okay, just, you know, those motivational, you know, just elevate his spirit. That's how one day I went to elevate somebody's spirit and, well, story for another day. So before we wrap up this conversation right now, just help our viewers with some tips on how to just basically grow their brands, basically, whether on social media, off social media, whatever it is, especially if you are within the entertainment jurisdiction.
Consistency is key. Yeah. You have to be consistent. Be consistent. That's just number one key. It has worked for a lot of persons. I mean, Davido didn't just start music. Wizkid didn't just start music.
And Davido was trolled a lot.
This Ajabo hustlers. Yes. Right now, I mean, those guys, they've been doing music for the past 15 years. In fact, the song they have on their album right now, most of these tracks, those songs, they've had that song for like 5 years ago, but they are putting it on their album right now. That's because they've been consistent and not just now their time reach. Yeah. So consistency is key. I think they gave up when they were trying to start. They wouldn't be where they are today. I mean, it was due the NSAS thing that they did the Barabo remix with. Yes. And that was where their light came from. So consistency is key and always trying to be the better version of yourself. Yes.
Of course, always try to be the better version of yourself. There's always room for improvement. Nobody's an island. Don't think everything that you need to grow your career till you become the next Bill Gates you already know now. Always make room for improvement, and just like DJ Loyce said, consistency is key. So this is how we're going to be wrapping up to this episode of eBuzz. I had so much fun. Did you have fun?
I had a good time.
Yes, of course. Whenever you're around Sogie, you get to have a good times. This is the show, so go tell your friends.
Why?
Allow me hype myself. Allow me.
I won't say anything, but that's our short movie.
Oh my God, he's a hater. On this note, we call it a wrap on today's episode of eBuzz. Go tell your friends to tell their friends that this is the show. This is where it's happening. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, do so right now, and do well to leave your comments down at the comment section below. That's why it's there, right? So follow us across social media platforms at VOS TV Naija on Instagram and Facebook, and you can follow me if you like at _ Sogie. That's at _SOGIE on Instagram. Until next week, peace.